when Mike first asked me to speak at this, I was very honored and excited. To tell you the truth, I've never been to an open edX meetup, so I'm not really sure. There's so many things I'm not sure of. I'm not sure what you guys are interested in, what you're doing, what you'd like to talk about. So I thought, let me go from the perspective of what can I do, what can I say to help contribute to this growing tribe of yours, to this community of open edX people. I think I have a way to help. I think I have a way to contribute. So let me just give you a little background and some examples, and then I'll tell you how I think I could help you, and we could maybe hook up at another time and talk. I also love, so at Columbia, I've had this awesome, rare opportunity and privilege to build, among other things, to build and design MOOCs. So as of now, I've built 10 MOOCs for Columbia across these 3 platforms, edX, Coursera, and Canvas Network. And to be honest, I like Coursera a lot, and I like Canvas Network a lot. That's the LMS that we use at Columbia, so I like working in those 2 environments, but I love edX. And I loved working in edX the second I got in there into the edX studio. I just loved the way it looked and felt. And the 2 reasons I love edX, one is design. So it's a simple idea, which I think they do better than anyone else, which is you always know where you are in edX. And I don't see that the same way with other MOOC platforms or other LMS platforms. The other thing that I really like about edX is, which I'll show you in a second, it's given me an opportunity to think outside the box with a lot of things, try things that I never would have tried in Coursera or Canvas. So let me give you a few examples. I built 3 Civil War and Reconstruction MOOCs at Columbia University for Professor Eric Foner. He's a Pulitzer Prize winning historian. 30 years, this was his last semester. We wanted to memorialize it. We filmed his class and we built a great course for him. But the thing we weren't expecting, the thing that I don't think I would have been able to do in Coursera, was we teamed up with the Columbia librarians, the history librarians. We sort of created a relationship with them, and every week those librarians gave us several high-res docs, a summary to put it into context, questions if you're a history teacher, what to do with those primary sources, and we had slave deeds, and we had newspaper articles and pictures of black regiments and all the things that you might not have expected or thought about when you were looking at the course. So this was just, using edX was just a way into another pathway that I never thought about when I was designing in the other MOOC platforms. And what's really special about edX is that stack. So you could have a page that has the primary source, then the summary for context, questions to think about, and then the discussion thread, all built into one page. I just don't think the other MOOC platforms do that as well. We had great discussions on these primary sources. Another thing that we took really a lot of advantage of was the use of Google. So Google is easily embeddable into edX, so we used it a lot. We used Google Docs, Google Images, and here we used a lot of Google Polls. So every week, beginning of the week, we'd ask a question. They'd see their answer against everyone else. Then we'd ask the same question at the end of the week and see how their attitudes change, their feelings change, and then give them, again, a discussion board prompt to talk. So that stack was really important again. If you changed your mind, why did you change your mind? If you didn't change your mind, tell us that. So we had these awesome discussions about their opinions changing. And this idea of using Google just never really occurred to me in the other MOOC platforms. One other MOOC I want to talk about is Ryan Baker. He has a MOOC on big data in education. We actually had it in Coursera, moved it to edX. And in edX, we were able to partner with his old school, Carnegie Mellon University. They developed this tool, CTAT, Cognitive Tutor Adaptive Tool. And we actually put it into the edX course. But we didn't just, iframe it in. It actually worked with the grade book and all that. So it just got me thinking differently, that we could do stuff like this. And this adaptive learning that we were able to easily do in edX wasn't easy. There was a few hiccups, but it worked, and it's just the first step. Just makes me think differently about MOOCs and what I want to do in a MOOC. I think now that I've done this, I want to sort of take a two-way path in a MOOC. One way would be the adaptive stuff, where I could learn on my own pace and have some adaptive learning tool get smarter and know where I'm making my mistakes. But then the other path would be to collaborate and to share that information with other people. So what's my contribution to this tribe? I think that if any of you would like to have a conversation with someone like me who has built MOOCs across these 3 platforms and want to know the strengths and limitations of the 3 platforms in order to make a better open edX course, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've had some bad ideas, some good ideas. Talked to a lot of people, designers, videographers, our main videographers here, Jose Diaz, Maurice, administrators, teachers, the whole gamut of people. So if that is helpful to you, just look me up if you're interested in making a better open edX course. And thank you, Mike, for letting me speak today. Thank you.